During the 1920s, silent films became the way to entertain families. Many actors launched their careers during this era. Among them was Charlie Chaplin. Charles Spencer Chaplin was born on April 16, 1889, in London, England, to musical entertainers Hannah Chaplin and Charles Spencer Chaplin Sr. Charlie also had an older brother, Sidney, who was born on March 16, 1885. Charlie and Sidney endured poverty and were forced to work in a workhouse after their father died due to alcoholism and their mother was admitted to a mental institution. Charlie came to America in 1910 with a group of musical comedians. This led him to drop out of school and pursue a career in acting. Chaplin utilizes his own experiences in multiple films. Many of his famous works like Modern Times, The Kid, and The Great Dictator made a huge impact on how American society was being viewed by including some of the major economic, political, and social issues. This helped Charlie develop a strong audience following and the title Master of the Silver Screen. Charlie Chaplin's 1936 film Modern Times displayed the economic problems with the U.S. and its workforce during the industrialization period. During this period, many things were beginning to develop, like the assembly line, the lowering of worker wages, and longer shifts. The character in this film is shown to have gained some psychological effects from working in a factory owned by a corrupt leader. Laissez-faire capitalism was another economic effect shown in this film. The boss of the factory allowed his workers to be experimented on for new developmental inventions that would be made within his factory. This led the public to think about the actions of factory bosses while enjoying comedy. During the war, Chaplin became a well-known figure worldwide. Charlie was a participant in Liberty Bomb rallies across the U.S., but he endured many accusations from the FBI about being part of a communist organization. The records addressed Charlie as an outspoken sympathizer of Soviet Russia. This led the FBI to believe he would attempt to flee the country. Chaplin was also accused of being an eternal Jew, and people of the Nazi Party didn't appreciate a Jew being allowed into their country with open arms. He was also mentioned in the Nazi propaganda book Juden Sehen Deshan, which accused him of being a Jewish acrobat. This led him to incorporate some political and personal experience into the 1940s film The Great Dictator. Charlie Chaplin utilizes the setting and advancements of World War I, as well as one of the powerful dictators at the time, Adolf Hitler. His character, Adenoid Hinkle, was used to show that the world was changing. In the film, Hinkle is displayed to be similar to Hitler by having proper arrangements with Benigno Napoleone, who was a display of the dictator of Italy, Benito Mussolini. He also played a Jewish barber in the film. Towards the end of the film, Adenoid gives a speech on how all men should be treated.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way.
During the early 1920s, poverty among children and adults in London was high. 1921's film The Kid focused on this social issue by telling the story of a young woman trying to find her son's father and eventually giving up the child. Charlie's character, the tramp, is a window repairman who finds the boy and takes care of him. They proceed with minor crimes to gain money, and both the tramp and the boy gain a powerful relationship. Until one day, the authorities try to take the kid away to a workhouse. Chaplin used his own personal experience within this film to gauge audience attention to this social issue, which led to this film to become one of the greatest cinematic pieces in movie history. Charlie Chaplin's films were an inspiration for many generations. He developed a way of method acting that came to create a legacy, and the way he incorporated himself into the films as a director and actor drove him to the success he gained. Economic, political, and social issues were symbols to demonstrate Chaplin's leadership and legacy through his own personal views and societal issues. He was also known for being a leader in the film industry by founding the television and entertainment media group United Artists, along with other silent film stars, and by showing how exposing the realities of the world can impact and change lives, as well as inspiring the way film is developed today.